Akaabir, which they got from the legacy of those who were before them, and they took that fully. And this is what brought the Barkat in their work, the ikhlas that they possessed. One example of this is the Mashafari Thani Rahmatullah alayhi, the mawaiz of which got recorded. How many didn't get recorded, Allah knows. Recorded meaning it was written as he was talking. People, many of the mawaiz have got like a full synopsis of it, where this bayan took place, what time it was, how many people were present, who wrote down the bayan, and various other details, how long it took. Some bayans 2 hours, some 3 hours, this bayans 4 hours. So whatever got recorded in that manner, that alone got published in about 30 volumes. In 30 volumes, that is what got published, what got recorded and what got published. So a personality of that caliber, on one occasion he sat down to give a bayan. So now you're not talking about somebody who had to go and prepare something, to go and sit down and research something. It was all already, he was a walking library. He sat down to give a bayan. Then he sat down for a while. And he said, today there's no mazmoon coming to mind. Allah Ta'ala has willed that nothing comes to mind, nothing will come, so today there's no bayan. And he terminated it. So, if it was somebody like us, who would have now made some excuse, I'm not feeling too well now suddenly, so I can't say something. But that would be just a cover-up to say, to try and cover up that I don't know what to say. Now this was that distinguishing aspect in them. There were no formalities and no Kaldufaral. It was very, very transparent, clear what their matter was with Allah Ta'ala. And it was that deep ikhlas in everything, that the Barkat of that, we see how it's flowing up to now. Now, whatever got recorded would obviously be a very small fraction of what happened actually. All the details only started probably after a period of time. People started putting all this pen to paper, but that benefit of that is also still flowing after so many years, and in such a way that nowadays many of those who would be giving advice and guidance to people on a personal level, a lot of that would all be traced back to the advice and guidance that Thanwi Rahmatullah gave in his Mawaiz, Malfuzat, in his kitabs. Sometimes a person might be relating something which he heard somewhere, he doesn't even know where it came from, but you can trace it back there. Now, where this fountains of knowledge came from and this hikmat and wisdom came from is that ikhlas. The hadith sharif where Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, Man akhlasa lillahi arba'ina yawman. The one explanation of this is in the salah, etc. But this, the one riwayat is, Man akhlasa lillahi arba'ina yawman. He did that amal with total ikhlas 40 days consecutively. Then because of some other riwayat, it's then taken to be the salah. So the aspect that is then mentioned is that the fountains of wisdom will gush forth from him. Now this wisdom that came from them wasn't by studying formally. They studied formally too. The formal study was of a very high caliber, very high level. But that wasn't the aspect that really brought this fountains of wisdom from them. Because there were many others in that time also who had also studied very well. And mashallah, they also served Deen in a great way. But it was no way in comparison to what we see these people having produced. Part of that is a whole combination of things, but that level of ikhlas here was of another level. And together with that, the khidmat and the adab that they had in their lives, whatever other etiquettes that go for acquiring ilm, that etiquettes were on a high level. So this is what brought that extra barkat. So barkat is not something that comes from just purely following the formal procedure only. It's way beyond the formal procedure. It's these further aspects, these etiquettes, and especially the ikhlas, the ta'alluq with Allah Ta'ala. So this is what we have to focus on. It's not merely the kitabi knowledge. One is the kitabi knowledge, that is also very important, because that's what we're going to have to rely on to know what to do and how to do it correctly. But the spirit of that knowledge is that Wahbi knowledge. Man amila bima alima warrathahu Allahu ilma ma lam ya'lam. The one who makes amal on his knowledge, Allah Ta'ala will grant him knowledge what he doesn't have, meaning that which is not acquired from books. It's that now, what's not acquired from books, is there some masla that's going to come which is not in any kitab, that now certain kitab has got 50 masail there of a particular issue, then he is going to get some masla from the unseen, which is going to be the 51st masla. It's not a masla. Person can't wake up from a dream and say that, well, I got some masla now through the dream, so that masla is now going to be applicable. There's no wahi to anybody after. Nabi Sallallahu was the last and final messenger. But that deeper understanding of the same thing which others read also, but that deeper understanding and getting to the spirit of it, that is an ilm-e-wahbi. And that depth of knowledge from the same thing, not something new, not something else. Nothing else can come now. What's there is there. Nothing new can come into it. But this understanding that opens out from there, that is the gift that Allah Ta'ala blesses. وَرَثَهُ اللَّهُ عِلْمَ مَا لَمْ يَعْلَمْ. So this is something to focus on, something to check within ourselves. How much are we trying to acquire this barkat in our ilm? One is the quantity of the ilm, the other is the quality of that ilm. Quality of the ilm is the barkat. How much of barkat has come? The barkat comes through these avenues. Allah Ta'ala give us one.
अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है।